What's up, everyone? I'm Theo Connolly, and I'm coming to you from my living room because for the last 2 weeks, I have had off from writing, no writing, just relaxing. Well, not technically, because last week I had to do the submission for Disbanding of Disciples, so there's all that. This week, I've just been doing nothing but relaxing, preparing and putting up lists and everything for what I need for Houston Horror Film Fest in August 9th, 10th, and 11th. So that is what I've been doing. And that's it. That's all I've been doing. It's been a nice, relaxing time. I have worked every single day, except for the weekends, since the beginning of the year on books, writing, editing, getting shit done, making sure that I have everything. And now I get a chance to take a vacation where I'm not actually working. Now, granted, I've been scrubbing my house, but technically not really working, right? Thank goodness. Now, tomorrow I do have to kind of give a rough as to how I will start my next book for Monday, but that's coming. I don't have to worry about that right now. But today I just wanted to talk about the fact that indie authors should really get awards. Maybe we should have an award show. And I mean, I know that they have some of those little awards and stuff like that out there where you can get for indie authors and things, but I think it should be televised. That's how I see it. You've got all these, celebrity award shows and stuff like that. What if authors got that too? Whether it be regular authors, indie authors, they've got those film, best actor in this film and best actor in that film and best director and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I know that they have them out there for indie too, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But it's not televised either. So here's the deal. I think that authors should get an award show that's televised. And, authors show up, you're in your gown or whatever, and people are going, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? And it's like, okay, whatever. I don't know. And because you get some of those celebrities that are a little bit too big for their britches, and they're all just like, just take the picture and stop talking to me, peasant. And it's like, most authors are like, oh my God, are you talking to me? Yes, because I'm a normal person. Normal fucking person. That's how authors are. Or at least that's how I am. It's always kind of weird when people are like, hey, how you doing? And I'm just like, okay. So anyway, I think that authors and even indie authors could get like their own little special or whatever. But I think we should get televised award shows, right? You get this little invitation in the mail, says you've been nominated. And it's like, oh, I was nominated. Best character development? What? Ooh, plotting, miss. I don't know. That's just how I see it. I'm sorry. But I think it would be great. I think it would be awesome. And maybe people would watch more because you would see how awkward most authors are. Or at least some of the people that I know were just a little awkward. And sometimes a little weird. Like you randomly say things and it's like, wow, okay, cool. But the thing is, though, is that I think with a lot of authors, we would go home that night and then think in our head and go, oh my God, did I really just say that to like a room full of people on television? Oh my God. And then for months, we're just going to think about it and go, oh, why did this happen? And then somehow figure out how to make an entire story out of it. And, horror authors are going to be like, with a lot of those people. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's how I would be. Eventually, I'd end up making up a whole book on exactly what happened that night, and it would be like this huge deal. Anyway, I don't know. Ooh, new idea. So, anyway, I just feel like, the celebrities and stuff that do movies and TV shows, and they have their award shows all televised and everything else. You've got the Grammys and the Globes and whatever. I don't know. I don't watch any of those fucking shows. I don't give a shit. I don't care who wins awards. Just make a good fucking movie. Like, is that what you're working towards? You're working towards having a trophy in your house? The only thing is, though, is that with authors, we don't really know how well we're doing. Because especially with indie authors, we only know how well we're doing because we receive checks. And it's like, thank God we're getting some money. With actors and stuff, they just get money. It's like, here, have millions. Please be in my picture. They already got their millions. Who the fuck gives a shit what they get after that? It's like, we work so freaking hard. Authors do. We work so freaking hard, and then we just sit and wait and hope someone orders from like Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Target or, you know, the places where I have my books, or even my website. We just sit and wait and hope for that. I mean, I make most of my sales in person at these conventions. And I always think to myself, if I stopped doing conventions, would I even make any sales? Sometimes I feel that way, just saying. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, if we did these award shows on TV, more authors would actually get recognized for what they do, and it would be out there. And with my husband, a lot of the times, you know, he doesn't recognize celebrity names and stuff like that. So when I tell him who's going to be at Houston Horror, he's all like, who? And I have to tell him who the character was. And he's like, oh, okay. But yet when it comes to Alice from Twilight, right? I showed him the name on from Facebook, because I posted on Facebook, and I showed him the name, and he was like, oh, hey. And he says her name, and of course I don't remember what it is because it's Twilight. I've seen the movies. I've read the books. I read the books before we watched the movies only because my husband told me that I had to. Hey, can you stop licking, please? I read the books before we watched the movies because my husband said I had to, because I had to tell him what the differences were. And that's how that works out. He's always like, ooh, read the book before we watch the movie so you can tell me what the differences are. He doesn't read books. That's just how that works. He's not really a book kind of guy. But that's fine with me. That just means he's not going to steal my ideas. I don't know. But anyway, so I don't know what her name is, like right off the top of my head, but he does. He knows exactly who she is. There are several other celebrities that he knows exactly who they are, but I don't. But yet when I start talking about indie, you know, actors and stuff like that, my husband's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, I know. And we'll be watching like an indie movie or something like that. I'm like, ooh, hey. And I'll say who the actor is. And he goes, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, I know you don't. Because they're like us. They're regular people. I don't know. Either way, they get more recognition when they're on TV. And you get that where they know celebrities. And I feel like if authors, traditionally published authors, indie authors, just authors in general, actually got a televised award show. Oh, best new up and coming author. You know, I mean, if you got something like that, somebody would see it and be like, oh my God, I need to buy their books. And then at the bottom, like whenever they're standing up there doing their acceptance speech or whatever, you know, there's a little ticker at the bottom that's showing everyone in the audience their website, their social media handles, where you can buy their books, all that kind of stuff. They, you know, like you do on the news, but there's like this little ticker that goes down at the bottom of the screen and it's telling you all of this stuff. So you get to see, okay, so who's the newest author? I'm just saying. I feel like that would be another way to actually get authors and stuff known out there. And I don't know exactly how it works whenever a book gets turned into a movie type of thing, because I know that if you look at the credits and stuff, it'll say that it was a book titled this by this person. And it's like, oh, okay, so it's a book. Great. Well, most of them are. Most books and most movies and TV shows came from books anyway. So, but I know that the author itself is not the one who turned it into a screenplay in order to give it that. Most of the time, not all the time. My thing is though, is that, so that person's name gets brought up. Like I was watching Lucifer, right? So Lucifer, actually, if you watch the credits, it says that it was Vertigo and Neil Gaiman wrote it. Well, Neil Gaiman is like a huge name anyway in the author community, or at least in my end. Neil Gaiman, Stephen King, James Patterson, you know, shit like that. Agatha Christie. There's things that, you know, there's certain authors and stuff that I know. There's names that my mom will be like, oh, I've never heard of this guy. And I'm like, oh, I've heard of him. You know, that's it. I mean, like nobody's ever heard of some of these authors. And it's like, I don't know if this person's good or not. Well, if we had a televised award show, if we had a televised award show, maybe more people would know who we are, right? That's just how I see it. I mean, even with, and not even just celebrities and stuff, you've got those streamies, which is like a internet thing. You got all these people who do streams and this and that, and then you've got the YouTube awards. And where are the authors in all of this? There are so many that have been writing for so long. I mean, wouldn't it be great if like Stephen King was possibly hosting an award show for a bunch of authors? I mean, on Twitter, he's kind of a douche, but whatever. I'm just saying, what celebrity isn't a douche? I don't know. I mean, I can't really say that much because I have met some pretty awesome celebrities at some of these, horror conventions. I have met a lot of awesome celebrities. But anyway, of course, they're at the conventions, and the douchey celebrities won't go to conventions because they don't want to come into contact with the peasants. But either way, that's just how I see it. My thing is that we need an award show, damn it. That's all I actually had to say. But I think it would be awesome. And I think that a lot more people would watch. I mean, let me know in the comments below. Would you watch an award show if it was for authors? I'm not saying that it won't be, a little boring sometimes because, some of those authors are kind of introverts. And most of them are probably going to go, thank you, and then just run away. Like, oh my God, there's so many people looking at me right now. That's why we sit behind our computers. Please don't look at me. So, either way, we deserve an award show. The end. Authors deserve an award show. Vote yes on award show. I don't know. Either way, that's all I have to say. Like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just here ranting, saying stupid shit on the internet all the time. I'm writing all my books. Start a new book next week. Real excited about it. It's the third one in my holiday series that is coming out in 2030. And then also in July, my beta readers will get Roadkill Cafe. So that one will go. So that one can be published next year. That's it. That's all I have. Okay, bye!